Understandably, Kody Brown has been taking the bulk of the blame for the Brown family's demise in Sister Wives season 16, but some fans think Meri Brown is just as guilty as her spiritual spouse. Meri has been framed as a victim of Kody's neglect for the past decade. The polygamous clan starred in Sister Wives, but the Brown family's historians remember that Meri played an integral role in forming Kody's dysfunctional plural marriage. From persuading Kody to be polygamous to her jealous relationship with her fellow sister wives, here's why Sister Wives fans think Meri is guilty of ruining the Brown family as Kody. It's difficult to defend Kody's innocence after witnessing his hands-off approach to his first 3 wives throughout the past decade of Sister Wives. In season 16, Kody virtually cut himself off from Meri, Janelle, Christine, and their kids as he weathered the vast majority of the COVID-19 pandemic with Robyn and her children. In his absence, Christine and Janelle stood up against Kody more than ever before. The Brown family's downfall was cemented with Christine's decision to divorce her spiritual husband of 27 years and move back to Utah. Although Kody failed to be a committed husband to his wives, Sister Wives fans believe Meri is guilty of ruining the Brown family as Kody. In Sister Wife season 16, Meri came across as another victim of Kody Brown's ongoing neglect. The original Sister Wife shared that she had spent months quarantined in her home alone in order to adhere to Kody's stringent coronavirus rules. Meri even endured Kody telling her that they will never be anything more than friends, but she was more committed than ever to getting back in her spiritual husband's good graces throughout Sister Wives season 16. While it might seem like Meri is just another casualty of Kody's imbalanced plural marriage, some critics think Meri played a larger role in the Brown family's deterioration than she has garnered credit for. Specifically, fans think Meri contributed to the contentious relationship between the 4 sister wives. Instead of supporting her family members, a Reddit user noted that Meri treated her sister wives as enemies and competition. While no Sister Wives fan is arguing that Kody should be held accountable for his neglect of Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown, the family's critics believe Meri's role in the plural marriage's downfall has been underplayed. Viewers believe that Meri has worked against her family by failing to create a trusting relationship with Janelle and Christine. One fan recalled, "Meri and Kody dated Robyn for a while without telling the other wives speaks to their equally toxic character." By going behind her sister wives' backs, Meri planted a seed of distrust between the Brown family members. Additionally, fans believe Meri is guilty of ruining the Brown family as Kody is because she convinced the patriarch to start a plural marriage. A commenter shared, "Meri actively sought out wives for Kody and did initially convince him that polygamy was the way." Kody has earned his spot as the main antagonist of Sister Wives, but fans believe Meri Brown has just as much blood on her hands. From her jealous approach to her relationships with Janelle and Christine to her part in the foundation of Kody's plural marriage, viewers think Meri's just as guilty of ruining the Brown family as Kody. Luckily for Meri, Kody remains the Sister Wives fanbase's public enemy number 1.
Like that's